Hi, I'm Mel from Colour Me Pretty. I'm here today to provide you with a tutorial on how to use our Imagination Gel Polish Kit. I've got all my utensils sitting in front of me. First up, I'll use my Gel Imagination Polish Liquid and I'll pour it into my medicine cup. I'm not going to use a whole lot at this stage, I'm just going to put a small amount. I went through earlier and went through some of our imagination effects, and I've decided to go with the yellow one. I'm going to try and mix up an orange type colour. So it's all guesswork, so I'm starting off with my middle-sized scoop. I'm just going to take a little bit of the yellow effect powder. Not much in there. I've got a cloth down here that I'm using to wipe, and I'll pop a little bit of the red in as well. Now I'm not using too much red at this stage because I don't want it to go a real reddy orange colour. Okay, so I'm going to take my stirring stick and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a twirl. And we're stirring it up, and as you can see, the yellow's taken effect in here, and we haven't got much of the red come through. So what we might do is we might add a little bit more red. Can you see that there? Okay, we'll add a little bit more red. Just get a little bit more orange in there. The beauty of this stuff is you may set out to make one colour in particular, and you may end up mixing a whole different colour than what you ended up with wanting in the first place. So I'm just giving that a bit of a decent stir around so I'm getting the actual colour that I want. And I've kind of ended up with a little bit of an orangey colour. A little bit of a gold in there. I'm going to go with that actually. I think that's quite pretty. What I might do is add some gold holographic glitter into it to give a bit of a sparkle effect. And from looking at that, there's not as much holographic glitter in there as I would like, so I'm going to add a little tiny bit more. It's always best to just go small to begin with, and then you can always add later. And we'll give him another mix around. That's better. So we've kind of got a little bit of a goldy, orangey, bronzy, tony colour. I'm not sure whether that's coming through on the camera or not, but I'm going to run with this one. I'm pretty sure it's got a fairly good consistency, so it's not too thick at this stage, so I'm not feeling as though I need to add any more of the effects to bump up the consistency of it. Okay, now to get it back into the bottle, all we're doing is grabbing one of our funnels that come in the kits, and we're sitting that in the neck of the bottle, and we're just pouring into there. Now I'm not going to do that just yet because I'm going to mix up another colour with the other half of this bottle. Okay, so I've poured the remaining bottle into the medicine cup, and I'm going to mix up one more colour just to show you just how simple it is and how we can get a couple of different looks out of the one bottle. I'm going to try and go for a bit of a green with a slight blue tinge. And see what we come up with. Whoop. Just grab the stirring stick and give her a bit of a stir around. Now I've got quite a green look in there, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the blue powder effect into that mix. Just see if I can get that blue tinge. Almost like a teal colour I'm trying to go for. We've still got a bit more green in there, so I don't know if you can see that. That's actually quite a pretty green. I think I'll add a slightly little bit more blue. And we'll see what that comes out like. Alright, I'm quite happy with that colour. It's probably a bit more deeper than what I was going to go for in the first place, but it's quite a pretty colour. So now, just to make it a little bit more prettier, I'm going to add holographic silver glitter this time. I'm a big fan of the sparkle. You don't have to add sparkle, but I quite like a bit of a sparkle. And the holographic glitter gives quite a nice shimmer through the actual polish when it's all mixed in. We'll add a little bit more to it. As I said earlier, it's much, much better to have to add more than to discover you've gone too overboard the first time. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. This will have a nice, pretty little shimmer to it. And it's more of an emerald green, but I actually quite like that. I imagine if I kept adding blue, that I would get that teal colour that I was actually going for in the first place. But I'm quite happy with this now. Okay, so as I said earlier, you pop your funnel into the neck of your bottle. And as easy as this, pour him in. I'm giving it a little bit of air in the neck of the bottle so that it will go down and go straight through into the bottle, not leaving any mess dripping anywhere. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could also use your stirring stick to scrape through the last of that polish just to get the most out of it. I'll sit that over there. I'll pop that funnel in there. Pop your lid on. Give it a little bit of a shake in the bottle. And you have your custom made gel polish. What we'll do is we'll pop it onto one of these wheels just so you can see that it will set in one of the lamps and how pretty the colour actually is. Never really painted gel polish while having my hand up in the air, so apologies if I look a bit wonky. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in the lamp now and cure that for 1 minute because I've got an LED lamp. If I had a UV lamp, I'd be popping it in for 2 minutes. Okay, so we've got 5 seconds left on our timer, and I'll grab it out of the lamp and pop a second coat on there. Again. It's actually quite a pretty colour. Oops. Pop that there. And she's going to go back into the lamp again and cook for another minute. Okay, so we've got 5 more seconds left on the second layer of our custom made Imagination colour. I'm quite happy with that. I don't think I need to put another coat on there. I'm just going to top coat it with one of the Colour Me Pretty top coat polishes. And as you would all know, the minute you put the top coat polish onto any colour, it really brings out that shine. So we've got 5 seconds left on our top coat and we're done. There's the finished job. All I'm going to do now is take some of my KDS Cleanser Plus and wipe off that sticky tacky layer. And voila, here's our beautiful custom made, I'm going to call that Emerald Sparkle, I think. Okay, so in the first part of this tutorial, we made up our orange bronzy colour gel polish. We didn't use the full bottle, so we only used a little amount. In this situation, you may have a client that only wants a little bit of a different colour, so you might only mix up a small amount that you can then discard afterwards, and that's saving your imagination gel polish liquid for another time. So I've just dipped my brush into a little bit of acetone just so that I'm not having the colour bleed through, and I'm just going to paint it straight from the actual medicine cup onto here. Because gel polish needs to be in a UV resistant bottle, we thought that the cheapest way to bring this to you, to make the kits affordable, would be just to pop the polish back into the bottle that it originally came in. Hence why we don't have a spare bottle as we do with our normal lacquer. Okay, I'm going to pop that one in the lamp to cure for 1 minute again for LED, 2 minutes for UV. Okay, so 5 seconds left on the clock, and we'll take it out and we'll apply our second layer of our polish. Now this polish has come through a little bit thinner than the first one did. So what I might do is apply a third layer. So we might turn the video off and I'll cure this coat, do a third layer, and then come back to you. Okay, so we're up to the third coat of our orange goldy custom made gel polish colour. I'll hold it still for you. I'm going to apply a gel polish top coat, a Colour Me Pretty one, and cure that one in the lamp. Wipe off the tacky layer, and voila, we're done. Here's our two colours that we've just made ourselves. And you've just seen how easy it was.